All right, guys. So it's not very often that I feel the need to revisit a product, but the Earfun Air Pro 4 Plus, which in my opinion was already one of the best premium earbud alternatives without having like the high premium price tag, it's now dropped down to a very enticing sale price, which is only $79. And they also added a feature that these did not initially have when they were released. So this not only gives us a chance to kind of revisit these, but also take a look at the newer white version that I don't think was available when these were also initially released. So let's just go ahead and check out what $79 can get you right now. Now, these do have hybrid active noise canceling, which I feel is very solid. It does a really good job of blocking out not only lower tones, but also higher tones like people talking. It uses dual drivers, so you're getting a 10mm dynamic driver mixed with a balanced armature driver. Now, this isn't something that you normally find in a pair under $100, and it's not really a pair that I've seen common with active noise canceling, except for like the status series of earbuds. So that's also a huge plus. This pair has Bluetooth 6.0, so it does have multi-point connection, so you're able to connect to more than one device at a time. If you're going to use it for different types of media like movies, TV shows, and gaming, it also has a low latency mode. Some of the codecs that it supports is it does support LDAC playback. It is Snapdragon sound compatible if you do have a device that has this, which means you also get aptX adaptive. It does also support LE audio or low energy audio, and it has the AuraCast feature, which in my opinion, I think is kind of like future tech. This is something that is very impressive if you really start to kind of research it and find what all these earbuds can just connect to in a public place. You can connect to PA systems, you can connect to TVs that are in an airport or at a bar. If you're at a convention or a concert, like I said, those PA systems that you can connect to and have audio pumped right into your ear instead of having to rely on the speaker system that's there, that's actually a very impressive feature that these have built in. And then these also have smart sensors, so if you do take them out, they'll just automatically pause and it'll just go back to what you're listening to if you put them back in. If you are going to use them outdoors or at the beach or maybe even at a job site, on top of having water protection, it also has some dust protection because it comes in with an IP55 rating. I feel like these have incredible battery life because on a single charge, you can get around 12 hours on the earbuds and about 54 hours total using the case. It even has a fast charging feature where a 10-minute charge will get you 3 hours of use. So if you just happen to pick them up, there's no battery life in them, it doesn't take long to get 3 hours just in that quick 10-minute charge. And then now a new feature that was added to these, which is something that I've seen companies just have one specific product that can do this on its own and nothing else, is they now have AI real-time translation, and it supports up to 100 plus languages. It even has that face-to-face translation so that like as soon as somebody talks, it will translate it into your language that you can hear it. And then if you need to say something back, it will just translate it onto your phone so you can show them what it is that you said. And again, this is a really nice feature that wasn't on these initially. So if you're somebody that travels, or if you live somewhere where there is, a bunch of different languages spoken, or maybe just another language that's not yours, this is very handy to have. And then if you are going to use these also for taking phone calls, it does have 6 microphones total that is using CVC 8.0. It does an excellent job of picking up my voice. It did a really good job of just kind of blocking out my surroundings while also on a phone call. But I'll throw in a quick sample here so you guys can just hear it for yourself. So here is a real quick mic test using the Earfuns. Not really a windy day or noisy day, so this generally isn't the best way to test this, but this really still will give you an idea of how it would sound if you were to take a call outdoors. And then the last thing that we need to obviously throw in here is the sound. And I said it in the initial review that this, in my opinion, is Earfun's most refined sound yet. Now, when they initially came out, they were a pretty, I would say bass heavy earbud headphone company, but they are definitely working on the refinement in the mids and the treble. This is a much more detailed earbud, but because of the dual drivers, it is allowing the dynamic driver to just handle a lot of that low end, and then the balanced armature driver is handling the mids and the trebles. So that's basically kind of allowing these to be bumped up in the lows, the mids, and the highs, and nothing kind of just muddy itself up. So there's nothing that just destroys the sound overall. It's an excellent pair if you listen to a lot of different genres. It's a great pair if you're going to use it for a bunch of different types of media. And then mixing that with the fact that I feel like the soundstage and the sound imaging for a pair that has noise canceling and is this dynamic, I was surprised at how open it still felt. And on top of that, being able to tell where sounds are coming from, this pair handled with no problem. So although this is not like an official review, this is just kind of an opportunity to revisit what is an earbud that I've recommended to a lot of people. Now it's more affordable. Now it even has an extra feature. This is just one of those, it's an easy recommendation. And anytime that I have that opportunity, I like to always come back because this is another, one from a company that's not as well known as Apple or Sony, those that get talked about all the time. So I love helping out and talking about products to kind of help companies when I feel like they're doing something pretty special. And I've seen Earfun continue to grow throughout the years the same way that I've seen Soundpeats. So I want to see this company continue to succeed. And this is an amazing product that I think a lot of people should definitely know about. But guys, that wraps up my video, and again, kind of my revisit on the Earfun AirPro 4 Plus. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.